Hey Tubes, got something a little different for you today. I got a question from one of my subscribers. Asked me about the car that's in the background of one of my engine videos. The guy's name is Shannon, goes by the name of 200 Monster. So I figured maybe I'll make a video. Some of you might find it interesting. It's a 1964 and a half Mustang. It's pretty rare. It's one of the first ones made. 64 and a half is a little different, has little differences than the 65. Technically it's a 65, that's what the title says, but everybody knows 64 and a half and the differences. So my brother-in-law found it and asked me if I wanted to go halves, and I said sure, why not. And we bought it here and started working on it. Went balls to the walls for about a month. And then he bailed on me. The thing needed a lot of work. It should have been scrapped. The whole frame was rotted out, the floors were rotted out, you know. But it was a challenge, so I figured we'd see what we could do with it. So after working on it for a month, gung ho, it sat in my garage for 3 years. And I told him, I says, we gotta do something with it. We gotta sell it or something. So we just threw it together and put it on eBay and sold it two months ago, and it's going to get picked up tomorrow. So I figured I'd let you see some of the stuff in here. Here's the interior. We redid the seats and everything. It's full of parts. We bought about $5,000 worth of parts. I'm going to give them to the guy with it, but here's the floor down here. We replaced the floor. Here's one of the differences. Difference is the steering wheel. That's unique to the 64 and a half. So is this little doorknob, the door lock. They match the color of the interior. After 1965, they started putting chrome. Alright. Let's go around here and take a look at the engine. Now, here's another difference here. The Mustang emblem's a little smaller than 65. But the car doesn't really need much work to get back on the road. We did the body work on, fixed all the rod in the fenders and the wheel well, the inner wheel wells. Take a look in the trunk. We replaced the trunk too. The trunk was rotted. Replaced the trunk floor here, and the inner wheel wells, and the spot welds there, the frame, both rear frame rails. Got a new gas tank. They're the old hubcaps. They're unique to this too. I think they're like 13 inch or 13 and a half, and 65s are 14. And the air cleaner too. The air cleaner is unique to this car too. Even the horns. The horns, they got these big ass horns on there, and they changed them in 65 too. Has a few dents. Has a little dent in the roof there, and rot in the fender there. I was going to fix that, and a dent in the door. I was going to fix that instead of replace the fender because they're a little unique too. But here's something. This is really unique here. It's a 260 V8 instead of the 289, which they put in 65. Let me open the hood and take a look at it. Let me put you down here on the saddlebag of the road king. Car only has 70,000 miles on it, original miles. And the paint and everything is original too. Let me see serial number here. You guys that know these know the serial number. I think that F means it was made in June of 1964. Let me get a light here. There's some more differences. Power steering pump is a little different. But as far as the frame goes and everything, we replaced just about everything. New frame rails, new shock towers, inner fenders. This inner fender here I sectioned because I didn't want to cut out the serial number. So whoever got it, they might want that there. But over here too, inner fenders, shock towers. battery box. This thing was a mess. This thing actually should have been crushed. See down there? And here's a 265 engine. There's a few. I think there are a couple more things. I don't know what they are. Some guys will probably comment on it and tell you what the differences are, but I don't have them memorized. I'm not really a Mustang or a Ford guy. Oh, these little bumpers too. That's unique to this car, with the little hole cut in the center. 65 had a whole bumper on there instead of a little hole. There's something else that's unique to the 64.5. They had generators instead of alternators. Yeah, I would like to take in a video outside, but I'm going to pick it up tomorrow, and I don't think I would have had enough time. But they're the frame rails we put in there. Yeah, this thing was a mess. Still got a little rot in that fender there, and I fixed that quarter panel back there, so that's all good. The hood's different on these too. You close it. This hood doesn't have chrome like the newer ones, the 65, and the letters that say Ford are a little bigger. I think the edges too. The edges of the hood here are a little different too. They're a little more. They conform a little more to the hood and the bezel. Car really isn't in too bad a shape now. Somebody can put a little time into it and get it. They got basically all the parts. The all new rubber for the windows and everything. We put everything back in just to keep it dry. Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned the guy that bought this from England, so maybe some of you guys over the pond there will see it running someday. Well, he bought it 2 months ago, and I'm just waiting for the transport company to pick it up, and they finally called. They're going to pick it up tomorrow. So that's a story. There's some of the parts in there. Visors and trunk things and bumpers in there and carpet. Like I say, he pretty much has everything to finish the whole car. So anyway, I hope that answers your question, Shannon. Maybe some of you guys can check him out. He goes by 200 Monster with 2 M's. He's got a lot of good videos. Got a lot of interesting stuff. A lot of 3-wheelers, ATV type things, and he does a lot of mudding, ice fishing, paintball and stuff like that, and he's got a lot of good stuff. He's trying to get more subscribers and everything, so maybe check him out and tell him Road King sent you over there. Maybe I'll get you a good seat. Alright, tubes. See ya. I'm going to put a link to his page down here in the pants bar. So check him out and subscribe. He's a pretty cool guy. I'll see if I can find a few pictures of it when we put the frame on, the whole front end and stuff like that. And maybe I'll put them at the end of this video. Alright, see you, tubes. Okay, there it goes, tubes. On its way to England.